Hello, my name is Madi Ferrer at awakeningstudiodc.com. I am a stud-trained Pilates instructor in mat and in all the other equipments. I also offer services in Dynastretch, postural analysis, nutritional counseling, personalized dietary health plans, personalized full detox and cleanses. And I would like to dedicate the last section of this video to giving you some insights into how to mind your posture when you exercise, because form determines safety and results. The first point you need to think about when you exercise or before you exercise is your balance. Make sure that you divide your weight equally if you're standing on both feet. And if you are on all fours, on both knees and hands, with the wrist under the shoulder articulations and the knees under the hip joints. The second point is your breath. Your breath is essential. And in Pilates, which is the best form of breathing when exercising, we breathe laterally, which means that we focus on the posterior lateral part of the lungs. And if you were to put the heels of your hand on your rib cage, you would open your rib cage like a wing, and that allows you to contract your abs when you exert effort. This is very important because you need stability and you need strength. So when you exert effort, contract your abs. So the second point is making sure that you breathe laterally. And third point, always contract your abs when you exert effort. The fourth point has to do with your pelvis. Make sure that your pelvis is always level. So this is your pelvis. So if you move your lower limbs, do not hike your pelvis either up and do not bring it down. So if you're going to lift your leg, you contract your abs, you breathe laterally, and you do not move your hip at all. You keep your hip bones, those one protruding, called ASIS, anterior superior iliac spine, facing forward. The fifth point has to do with your rib cage. So the rib cage has to be in alignment with the pelvis, which means that if you're moving your upper limbs, you need to make sure that your last attached ribs are always right above your hip bones. Very important. That will offer you the stability you need to move your upper limbs without risk of injury. The sixth point has to do with your shoulders. Your shoulders need to be stable as well when you move your upper limbs. So always depress them slightly, like so, before you move your limbs, your upper limbs. Now I'm going to turn to the side, and I want you to visualize a line which will come from the tip of your head here and run down the front of your ear. This little part here of your ear is called the tragus. So we'll fall right on there. We'll come down the middle of your shoulders and we'll come down the middle of your torso and your thigh, and right here your knee, and all the way down to the front of this bone here, which is called the lateral malleolus. Now visualize this line, and when you stand in space, make sure that parts of your body fall more or less symmetrically on either side of that line. So let's start with the head. So if your head is too forward, bring it back to where the line might divide it more or less equally on either side. If it's too far back, bring it forward. Same with your shoulders. If you find that your shoulders are too rounded, bring them back. if they're really back, bring them forward. The same with the half of your torso. So if your torso is really away from the line, either too far back or too forward, try to bring it more to the center. The same with your legs. If you could have very hyperextended knees, try to bring them slightly more to the center of the line. If you keep that particular image in your head when you stand in space or when you sit down, then you will more likely than not be in a better position to get greater results. What you need to understand about exercising is that you need to learn to isolate movements. That means that there are muscles that move and there are muscles that stabilize. And so, for example, if you're going to move your legs, both legs, one leg, or your arms, then you're going to need your shoulders to stabilize the upper body. You're going to need your rib cage to stabilize the upper body. You're going to need the pelvis to stabilize the lower body. And when you learn to isolate, you increase flexibility, you increase strength, and you also increase your tone. So you have one life to live and you have one body to care for. So I think that your journey to fitness happiness starts now.